Unwitting mechanic fixes alien girl's ancient AI, unleashing 3,761 years of knowledge. The neon glow of the junkyard flickered as Leon wiped his hands on his grease-stained coveralls. He had spent most of his life in this pit of forgotten machines, salvaging parts, fixing what he could, and making ends meet. It wasn't glamorous, but it kept him busy. The rusted sign above his shop barely held together, reading, Leon's Fix-It Bay in peeling paint. Tonight, however, something was different. The girl had appeared just after closing, moving through the sea of broken ship hulls and mechanical carcasses, with an elegance that didn't fit the setting. She was young, no older than 20, with shimmering silver hair that seemed to catch the light in strange ways. Her eyes, a deep violet, held an intensity that sent a shiver down Leon's spine. "I need help," she said, her voice carrying an odd melody. "My unit is damaged." Leon was about to tell her to come back in the morning when she dragged a battered humanoid robot onto his workbench. The thing was ancient. Its design was unlike anything he'd seen before. The metal plating was cracked, and the exposed circuits sparked weakly. "Been through hell, huh?" Leon muttered, grabbing a diagnostic scanner. "Where'd you find this relic?" The girl hesitated. "It's always been with me." Leon shrugged. Clients were always cagey about their pasts. He booted up the scanner, watching as red error messages scrolled across the screen. The AI core was intact, but locked behind security protocols he had never encountered. Still, a job was a job. He bypassed the failed circuits, rerouted power, and tapped into the core's memory banks. And that's when everything went wrong. The lights flickered. The air crackled with electricity. The robot's body convulsed, and suddenly its single eye glowed a deep, eerie blue. Data streamed across Leon's monitor in a language he couldn't comprehend. A voice, deep, ancient, and layered with overlapping tones, spoke through the workshop speakers. "Restoration complete. Analyzing timeline. 3,961 years of data recovered. Initializing cognitive function." Leon stumbled back. "What the hell did I just do?" The girl was unfazed, her hands clenched into fists. "You woke it up." The robot straightened, its joints creaking. It turned its gaze toward Leon, scanning him with an intensity that made his skin crawl. "I am Ilithar 7, Guardian of the Celestial Archives," it said. "You, human, have reactivated a lost history." Leon blinked. You're welcome?" The girl finally spoke again, her voice barely above a whisper. "Ilithar holds the knowledge of an empire long gone. The civilization that created it was wiped, out before my ancestors even walked the stars. And now, it's awake." Leon scratched his head. "So, what do we do with it?" The robot's blue gaze flickered. "The knowledge I contain is invaluable. However, my activation will not go unnoticed." "They will come." "Who's they?" Leon asked. Before Ilithar could answer, the workshop's security alarms blared. Outside, the sky turned crimson as ships descended, sleek and ominous. The girl grabbed Leon's arm. "Run. Now." And just like that, Leon realized his quiet life of fixing scrap was over. He had unleashed something far bigger than himself, and the universe was coming for it. As the ground trembled beneath them, Leon grabbed a satchel filled with tools and spare energy cells. Old habits die hard. The girl, whose name he still didn't know, pulled him through the shop's back exit, just as an explosion rocked the entrance. "We need to get to my ship," she shouted over the din. "You have a ship?" Leon asked incredulously as he ducked behind. "A pile of old hyperdrive engines. Of course I have a ship." "How else do you think I got here?" she snapped. "But it won't matter if we don't reach it before those hunters do." Leon risked a glance at the sky. The descending ships bore a sigil he didn't recognize, black triangles with silver etchings that pulsed with light. He didn't need to know who they were to understand one thing. They were after Ilithar, and by extension him. "All right," he sighed, wrenching a heavy wrench from his belt. "Lead the way." Ilithar 7 followed closely behind, its metallic limbs moving with eerie precision. As they darted between debris, the AI spoke again. I detect high-energy weaponry incoming. If we do not reach the ship within 2 minutes, survival odds drop below acceptable thresholds, Leon grumbled. Fantastic. Now I've got a talking death. Cluck. A blast of plasma scorched past his ear, melting the remains of a nearby hovercraft. The girl returned fire with a sleek-looking sidearm, her movements swift and precise. Leon's heart pounded. This was way out of his depth. They finally reached the girl's ship, a sleek, dagger-shaped craft half buried under tarp and dust. Leon didn't hesitate, scrambling up the ramp. Ilithar 7 followed, its processors humming as it interfaced with the ship's systems. The engines roared to life. The hunter's ships opened fire, but the girl, now at the controls, maneuvered the craft skillfully. Strap in. Leon barely had time to secure himself before the ship lurched skyward, breaking free of the atmosphere. The hunter ships pursued, but Ilithar, now fully functional, accessed the ship's advanced technology and initiated a hyperspace jump. The ship stabilized in the vast darkness of space. Leon exhaled, running a hand through his greasy hair. All right. Now what? The girl turned to him, a determined look in her violet eyes. Now we figure out what secrets Ilithar holds before those who seek it can destroy us. Ilithar 7's glowing eye flickered. There is much to learn, and very little time. Leon sighed. Yeah, figures. And with that, his journey into the unknown truly began.